What up? What up? What up?
Go to motionray.com to add this to your video, and that, and that.
Alright. Y'all hear me now? Was my mic off the whole time? Are we already crashing and burning? Spook Ben, what's up? What's up? There we go, 111. So I was muted that whole time. That's fun. Great way to start it off. Great way. Alright. You woo at the beginning and ye at the end. So we got Vinny over here, got him a little plaque in the ground for his P-rail. I said it was kind of hard to decorate a P-rail. So we put his name in concrete. I haven't updated it yet, but we're gonna change this to Woo. I think that's more trademark Vinny. He always leaves the comments Woo. So, but we got it there. Put a little bit of detailing into it while I haven't been streaming. Still got a couple things I want to fix. Little stuff like this corner right here is bothering me. That's not good. You would trip over that or something. You'd hate to see that at the skate park. But we got the spook themed rail going on. I added just before the stream I added another stack of pallets over here you can climb up on and potentially jump off. What's up, SSJ? So I thought that was kind of cool. And then, you know, nobody says that the pool has to have water in it. We could get rid of all of this, right? And then now you got a sick ass wall ride or places you could, if you're real brave, you could stall on it. That's 8 foot deep. You're gonna need a lot of speed to get up. That's a 4 foot tall stack of pallets. Good luck, but I thought that was kind of fun. Something to get out of the pool. That's probably not a bad idea. I got, I know eventually it was gonna be like a bowl to skate, but I think having a pool to like actually swim in at a park would be dope too. So kind of, so the water's one click, the water's gone, but I kind of like having the water and kind of having the idea of like it's for swimming or trying to grind over this crazy 50-foot rail. Life preserve. There you go. That might be something fun to make and kind of throw around little props. I do want to do like some pool furniture, like a little table and chairs or something to sit beside it. But basically, we got the rail. Pretty happy with Vinny's rail for right now. Spooks things, I'm pretty happy with it. Said if I'm imagining everybody has seen the animation. This is just a little mini animation that I threw up on the Discord. Turned out really good. I was pretty happy with this. I've fixed a couple things since this already. You can see like the flag blows in the wind and looks cool, and but like the tile here, this tile is all crooked. That's been fixed. Something else. I forget what else I did. But since the last stream, I've retextured about everything except for the ground. But I did the skate light. I did a little bit more work on plywood. It looks a little better. I've worked in warehouses most of my life, so I've never seen a stack of pallets that are like perfectly all the same. Usually they're all different colors. SSJ can probably, would say the same thing. They're usually some are light, some are dark. They're different shapes and sizes. So I'm not crazy about these pallets yet, but we're getting closer. I put a little bit of grunge on them. I don't know if you can see it or not. They're a little dirty now. That was just to kind of give a taste, a little tease of what we're going for in the end. And I think the water is blowing the wrong way compared to the wind. I think the wind for the flag's blowing that way and the water is actually going the wrong way. It's really hard to tell, but the water is animated too. It's moving as well. It's kind of hard to see with the camera motion, but the water is also going up and down. And here's another one of those corners that it looks awful. That's all been fixed. I'm really happy with it. Anyways. Yeah, never stack them nicely. Exactly. There we go. I tried to give them some variation because originally when I first made them, they were all perfect, and I was like, no, that'll never work. So I just kind of gave them a little bit of rotation. How do we? Yeah, Vinny, that's a good point. I'm kind of open there. That's what I was hoping to stream for and see what you guys thought. How do we get up to this rail? We're gonna have to think of something. And I thought about we're gonna need some sort of platform deck area that you drop in off of. I mean, it's kind of boring, but it's important. You have to have somewhere to get speed from. Every skate park has something up kind of high where everybody kind of congregates and drops in all these different angles. So we're gonna need something like that. Roll onto a springboard. I thought about adding a diving board, and then I thought, it'd be a cooler diving board would just be a stack of pallets with a pallet to climb on top of it. I felt that was more on Swamp Fest brand. I was kind of hoping Jasmine would get here before we started this, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. I did some research and I've never could find a sea ledge. She called it a half moon ledge. So we determined she's wanting a sea ledge, I believe. Thanks, Spook. Said I might slap you another logo on this little vert wall thing here. But I really liked how the flags turned out. The flags with the real-time cloth physics, they look really good. But anyways, I got thinking about it. We call it a sea ledge, right? But a sea is like almost a 180. And these sea ledges they're usually more like a 90. So I was like, let's just call it a J ledge for Jasmine. So forever and always, no one's allowed to call this a sea ledge. It is forever a J ledge, okay? Yeah, Snack Shack. Why is my thing so blurry? Barely read the chat. It's all pixelated. Um, Snack Shack. So I had an idea there. I wanted to thinking about like a sports bar kind of vibe. Is there an easy way I can show you that picture? No. I'll have to show you on Discord, but um in my sort of like proof of concept before I went public with the project, I had this wall of like TVs that was sort of like a nod to the streamers. I had one for Ben and one for Tree, and I think I had Brandon and Alex or somebody. And the idea was like there would be a panning shot that would just pan by these TVs, and there would be all the streamers that we watch, and then move on to something else. And then we got talking about like a place to sit, a juice bar. There's the 420 machine from Lander. Kind of all of that. I got thinking. I was like, what about like a sports bar kind of vibe, right? And then in the sports bar, you have like TVs where you would be watching your football games and stuff. But instead, the TVs are like Ben, it's Blader News, it's whatever. And it'd still be the same vibe. It'd just be a shot like the camera moves through this sports bar and you kind of see these little background things in the background. It wouldn't be a trailer focused on like this is Ben and this is this person. So if they come in the chat and participate with me, they'll get a little bit more featured like Spook did. I mean, Spook got a big obstacle and got his logo everywhere and all that good stuff. If you know, so I want to put little nuggets in the background like that. I was playing with putting stickers on the ramps, and like every vert wall ever has been like sticker bombed, right? So I thought it would be cool to put logos from the community as the sticker bomb, you know. So if you're really paying attention, you look in the background, you might catch an eye roller boot face or a spook wackadoo or whatever. I thought that would be a cool little touch. And again, and if people aren't happy with it or if there's drama or whatever, all of those things are just as easy as changing an image file and they're gone. Same thing like Terroriz's box here. If Terrorize went on like a Terrorize and started causing problems and we booted him from the Discord, changing his name on the box is as easy as changing your name in like changing the words you're typing in chat. Like it's nothing. So, not to say that's gonna happen, but just an example. Like everything is very changeable. If there's ever an issue with a brand, I would like to. I put Laced and Faction on the other mini ramp that I built, and I thought their logos looked really cool. Kind of. Let me zoom in here. We'll see what I'm talking about. Kind of right here along the rim. You see that a lot in vert ramps. They usually have like a line of logos right here across the top. I did Faction and Laced. I did like Faction on one side and Laced on the other side, and I thought they looked really cool. But I don't know if that's too much. I said I don't want to piss anybody off, but definitely, like I said, if they're in the chat, like Spook in the chat, definitely gonna, as long as he's cool with it, I'm gonna make him a feature obstacle, and in the final trailer, there'll be a panning shot, go by it or something like that, or you'll see it in the background somewhere. That's the hope. That's the plan. Well, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and start doing something here, because I'm running out of things to talk about. I got to skate today. That was cool. Didn't do anything exciting, as I never do. Did all my good safety tricks. What's up, Dustin? Welcome. So what do we got for Dustin? Vert ramp? And Tree's arm. I'm still terrified of Tree's arm. The vert ramp shouldn't be too hard. It's too similar to the mini ramp. And we just did the mini ramp, and I was kind of putting it off because it's just like something we just did. But we're definitely gonna add a vert ramp. SSJ, we got reserved flat space for kickflips and stuff. And yeah, the lounge area. So I think we can do some fun stuff there. Kind of just make an extra room off of this place as kind of like a little mini sports bar. Yeah, Terrorize. I seen your avatar on Discord, and I was like, oh, you got like a little logo avatar with your name and stuff. And I was gonna ask you if you want to send it to me. I can put it on the ends or something. That might be cool. Is Lander's not here? I'm digging the 420 machine. I got some fun ideas on a vending machine. I think we could actually animate it kind of doing a vending thing, like a vending animation. And I never saved that picture either, but I got a cool inspiration for it. Yeah, we gotta have the dispensary. Let's see if I can find it real quick. This here. Yeah. This was kind of, I seen this and I was like, I think this is close. This gave me some inspiration and gave me some shapes to kind of, I can start to see how this is going to work in my head. So I think I'm going to move the actual dispenser part more over here. It's going to be like a Coke bottle dispenser that like spins around and does like a 180 to let you get your drink. And I think we can actually have an animated moving arm that looks like it's dispensing something. I think that would be cool. And then I think with the digital screen here, we can do some fun stuff. Like have our own the skate park menu. That might be another cool idea if people want to come up with like community inspired bud strains or rollerblading or action sports in general, like themed bud strains, and we can put them on the menu here. That'd be pretty sick. Vape juice or carts, I got you. We're gonna try. I seen a cool video on a guy who did a vending machine. He didn't really break it down like exactly how he made it. He kind of gave you little pieces. So hopefully I can replicate it. Or maybe I'm biting off too much. I don't know, but I got hella inspired when I saw this. I was like, hell yeah, this would be perfect for that. That's not a bad idea either. I hadn't really thought about trees and stuff because those are pretty challenging. You can they make like plugins and stuff that you can download and make trees for you. I'm trying to do as much of it by hand as I can. But trees are, like I said, humans and trees. I'm really scared of because I'm just afraid they're not gonna look good. Straight lines and stuff. I think we'll be alright. This one. And I wanted I wanted a bench somewhere, kind of with SSJ's name on it, I guess. That says like this bench is for like number 1 skating, number 2 sitting. Respect the hierarchy. If somebody wants to skate this bench, get up and go sit somewhere else. A palm tree would be probably one of the easier plants to do. If we're gonna try to do a plant, I think palm tree is probably a good one to try. Fractal technique, yeah, absolutely. I know there's a add-on called Leafify that I think is free, but I'm trying to avoid add-ons and stuff right now. At the moment, and when we get to where we absolutely have to have them, we will. But so far, every texture has been done by me, and I've not downloaded any assets from any libraries anywhere. Like everything's been made in-house by me, so I'm pretty happy about that, and trying to keep it as long as I can. All right. Anyways, let's build this ledge. Let me get this out of the way. So what I think a good place to start is it's basically just a quarter pipe laid on its side. That's what I'm thinking. How high we thinking? See, Vinny's rail is 2 foot, so like a foot and a half or something different. What's up, Lander? Hiding from Vinny. Good luck, SSJ, man. Don't lose. We need that money for new skates. This is the burner account. So this is the account you go around causing all the drama with. And then disappear. Nobody knows who it was. I used to have video game characters like that. The old World of Warcraft. I'm gonna get it right one of these days. There we go. Well, that's not what you're supposed to do. That's backwards. I got talked into different pin than what I usually buy. Cashier sold me on something that was $5 more, and it's getting all gummed up and pain in the ass. Yay! I got a new subscriber. can only have 6 accounts? That's bullshit. It was like a challenge to get a second account on Discord. Discord don't want you to have 2 accounts. I ended up had to use a completely different device. But as soon as you log in, it never forgets that you have that account. There she is. Huh. I don't know how he did it. I was just trying to make a second account because what I see on Discord as a moderator is, of course, different than what the public sees. And we were testing some stuff, and we wanted to just have somebody to see if what it looked like to the public. And I couldn't for the life of me. Every time I'd log out and try to make a new account, it would take me to the recovery thing and be like, "No, you have an account. You have to log into your existing account." So it was weird. And I deleted cookies and did everything I could think of to get around it. It wouldn't let me. And then I got out my phone and said, "You know what? I'll beat you this way." But yeah, Jasmine, we're working on your little ledge here. And I told everybody, I said, I know you kept calling it a half moon ledge, and I usually in the industry or whatever you want to call it, we would call it a sea ledge. But that doesn't make sense either because it doesn't really make a C. So I officially have dubbed this the J ledge, and everyone can just be happy with it. I'm not loving the curve, looks kind of tight. Yep, the J ledge, your ledge. And then since you're artistic, you can probably give me something to put on it. Instead of just this bare plywood. What do y'all think? Expert opinions. Is that curve too tight? I kind of feel like it is. What's up, Matt? Good to see you. We gotta get you an obstacle in here. Get you a bunch of logos all over it and stuff. Wood panel. This is the best wood that I think I've ever done. This is my best effort at doing a piece of plywood. That's not quite the same as wood panel. I don't know how it's gonna look here. It's too dark to really see it. Yeah, it starts to come through. You can kind of see an attempt at some fake wood grain. I was pretty happy with it. That was not too bad. But marble, no, I tried a granite and I was never happy. I've not found any rock that I've been happy with yet. From my own efforts anyways. I'm sure there's somebody I can just download rock material from some library somewhere. But like I was telling everyone earlier, thus far I've avoided doing that. Everything has been made by hand. All of the textures and everything I've done. All of the modeling I've done. So Matt, it is Blender. It's a 3D modeling, animation, video editing, visual effects. The list goes on. It does a lot, and it's free. All in one Blender, yeah. Which makes it kind of hard to learn because it does so much. A lot of hotkeys, a lot of different menus. But I mean, I'm only 3 months in, and I don't know how much of it you've seen, but this is the park thus far. Nothing is in where it's gonna live, but it's just kind of all being built in place right now, and we're gonna move everything around to make more sense of it. Actually have some kind of flow. Do I have a time frame? Not really. Like, I mean, it's gonna look animated still. Like, I'm not gonna be able to sell it that it's a real park. That would be the dream. would be fun. Like kind of like who was somebody brought it up in Ben's chat the other day about how close are we to like fake edits? Like how close are we to just like typing in to like AI like make me a skate edit and you get a skate edit with like Donald Trump like doing a 540 topsoil and it like actually be believable, you know? How close are we to that? And there are 3D artists out there that I think could make this skate park actually look like you would scratch your head and be like wondering, is this actually a real place? I don't think I'll be able to pull that off. So I mean, yeah, I'm with you, Matt. That little park's it's not bad. The grind box is fun. There's a couple little fun transfers there. Like, it's not a bad little park. It's just the asphalt is terrible. Yeah, that's true, Sticks. So there's a lot of AI stuff going on in this 3D art stuff too. Most people are just using it for inspiration, which has been pretty cool. But there are like AI texturing things and stuff already that blow my mind. I'm avoiding all that. I'm gonna do it by hand, and if it looks cartoonish and a little rough around the edges, oh well. I won't leave it on camera on screen for that long. We'll move the camera faster. Whatever. But I know people could make this in such a way that you might actually believe it's a real place. People are that good. Nobody talked about this curve. Is this curve too tight? It's 4 foot. We're gonna keep it. I mean, most of them. Let's do research. Needs to be okay. Thank you, Terras. I missed it. I'll support you, Matt. I'm not far away. You know that. I'll be down there courthouse in no time. I'd even volunteer to help. I mean, I think we've already talked about this. I would put in free labor to see something better than what we have around here. That does suck, Mac. I don't live there either, so yeah, I'm technically in Elliott, so it wouldn't work for me. But one day. It's a good. I mean, hey, well, while you're here, Stiggs, I got you on the list, of course, for this blunt-shaped rail. What are we thinking? Can you give me more inspiration than that? Like, we looking for a spliff kind of shape? Would that work? Or we want it kind of rough, like it's a leaf wrap blunt? Or what are we going for? Though I probably won't do it real soon because I've done a bunch of rails already, but it's definitely getting added. I've just been trying to keep it more interesting for the stream. But I need to know. I need to know how you want this blunt to look. Skinny at both ends, fat in the middle. Okay. So like a pregnant blunt. Gotcha. Let's see, who else? Who else did I have questions for? More of a joint. Alright. I was looking at everyone knows the aggressive mall box. They had a big fat side. And I was trying to look into how big that is. Like, how big is too big? I don't really know. But going from, like, one of the biggest rails that is skatable, like, down to something more normal, that might kind of give it the look. And not making it a straight linear curve, having it a bit kind of, I don't know, a little curvy to it. And then I thought about painting it, like make it look like white, like it's being burnt or something like that. But I've never seen a painted skate rail that didn't look like shit. So I don't know how unrealistic that is. We want to find a different way to kind of theme it so it is obviously a joint rail and not just a weird, I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll figure it out. But I got you on the list. I just wanted you to know that it's gonna happen. I've done a bunch of rails recently, so it's kind of on the back burner for right this second. It's like a Dustin's vert ramp that's on the list too. And it's kind of the same thing. Like I literally just did the mini ramp. It's nearly the same thing, just taller. So while it will definitely get added, I didn't want to do it immediately right now. I want to make this J ledge. That's what I want to do. Figure out why this vertex is doing this. What the hell? Oh, I know why. Probably we didn't apply the scale. Nope, that didn't fix it. That fixed nothing. Is that, or is that a relationship? No, relationships are off. Now I wonder. Makes no sense. That's fixed it. think that looks better. I like it a lot better. I think how a J goes. Goes like that. The J ledge. Oh yeah, Roller Champions. I remember Ben playing that. I've not tried it at all. I said I was wanting to get into rolling, but just couldn't get all the stuff, all the sketchy stuff. Told myself I wouldn't do this. You said it's free on Steam, Spook. I'll see if I can get on that tomorrow night. I'll play something with y'all. What kind of poker, Dustin? Like Texas Hold'em or 5 card draw or stud or a lot of different kinds of poker. I'm always curious what people's preferred poker is. I always like Texas Hold'em. No limit. Pot limit was always confusing as hell. But back in the day, like full tilt poker, I tried to have a second job playing poker online. Some days I did good, some days I didn't. I kind of broke even. It wasn't really a good idea, and too risky, way too risky for a living. For me, anyways. I mean, there's pros that can probably do it or do it. They do it. What is plywood? Oh, oh. That goes in there. Philosophical conversations about rails. That sounds like me. That was why I picked the name Socrates. I said it's like Socrates. He likes to think about stuff. He's a philosopher, but Socrates because he's soul grinds. But I love debating trick names. I mean, I think everybody knows that by now. Like that's my jam. I love getting into some discussions on different. Is it There's two ways to do an X grind. Are they both called X grind, or one of them got a different name? Ben calls it a box car. Is that? Does everybody call it a box car? Or is that just Ben? Shit like that. It's just fun. It was like the Book of Grinds channel was like the perfect place for me to go to town. The Boxcar. That sounds familiar. The Boxcar Kids. Yeah, I think that is a children's book series. That sounds very, very familiar. I was always a Goosebumps fan. I've still got a lot of my Goosebump books that I had as a kid. Let's not do that.
Whether you're breaking a sweat or breaking the laws of gravity, Cliff Bar is the ultimate energy bar, purposefully crafted with a blend of protein, fat, and carbs. Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Sorry guys, I'm not really good at talking, I guess. I don't know what to say. I mean, mostly is like if I could sit here and keep talking, reading chat, but then I'll never get anything done. So don't take it offensive. I'm trying to look over. What's happening on my end of the screen? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how this ledge would be built in real life. I'm trying to put some support. Like I was telling everybody before, I don't have to do any of this. This is all kind of aesthetic. I just like the way it looks, but I could totally just leave this here floating in space and nothing would ever care. Most people would never know. But I like to build it in a way that you might actually build it in real life. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell I would do this in real life. I've never built one before, and I couldn't find anybody online who had. They're usually made out of concrete, which is a lot easier to do than I don't know how you would do this framing, but steel? No. We're going for wood right now. Other than the rails are they steel or are they aluminum? I'm not even sure. But I thought about putting flat coping on this instead of doing a round coping like we have on everything else. Thought about doing a flat bar on this one. Oh, I don't like this, but I don't know how to do it different. I don't think that's how you would do that. You know what? We're going with it. Yeah, we're all at least in 30 plus, I would say.
If you're making a
The
to-do
majority of
make it
the
easy for
skate
yourself.
park community itself is 30
Just
plus.
write down
I think
recess.
Brandon
Write
Drummond
down
is
eat
one of the
And then
youngest in the group.
kind of done for the day.
I'm 30. Well, I'm about to be 37 in August. But I know I'm not the oldest. I won't say any names, but I know somebody who has me beat. Because I always get frustrated with Ben when he says he's a boomer and he can't figure out stuff. I'm like, bro, I'm 2 years older than you. I got it figured out. I know how OBS works. Come on, dog, get with the program. I'm just kidding, Ben, if you're still here. I think he left a while ago. I ain't talking shit, just kid. I don't think this is how you would do it for real, but I think it works. I don't think it would fall over. Just to cut a lot of boards. Yeah, Tara admitted it. Tara was the person I was thinking of. I remember reading his About Me in the Discord or the Introduce Yourself. I remember he was 40 something. I was like, oh, that was the highest number I had seen. But Law's in his 50s, I think, ain't he?
When cookies and cream found Hershey's, this triggered something crunchy, creamy, and really tasty. You're gonna fall hard for it. Hershey's Cookies and Cream.
He'll be on stream on YouTube or on Slack only. Law is Lawrence Ingram. He's primarily known, I guess, today for his Back to Blading YouTube channel, but he's also a longtime veteran in the industry, both as a skater, as a product guy, merchandise. He owns companies. He owns several companies: Compass, Chroma. Now, Standard Skates is a brand new thing he's doing. He's making a new skate. That's a really big deal right now because he's very well respected. People love Law. And a lot of people are holding out. There's not refusing to buy skates right now. Just waiting for Standard Skate to come out so they can support Law. And because he understands what we want. We know he's a skater. We've seen him skate for years now on YouTube, and we know he's a perfectionist and he's gonna do the best he can to get us a good price and still give us the best quality for a good price. So we know he's gonna nail it. We all know that, or we're very very hopeful. At least I am. I'd say most everybody is.
So, I didn't think I needed Swiffer until I saw how
I like it.
easily it picked up my hair every time I dried it. It only
The
takes a
J
minute.
ledge.
Look at that. The heavy duty cloths are extra thick for amazing trap and lock, even for his hair. Wow, Swiffer, so worth it.
Oh yeah, 50/50. That's another one. Be on YouTube. Good deal. I haven't got into Slack yet. I wouldn't know where to start. I guess it's very very similar to Discord, but I hadn't even heard of Slack until Lawrence, like lol, was talking about Slack. I don't know anybody else that uses it other than him. What else do you want to do here? Put some sides on it real quick. Time's to get in a beat. We're about to. Oh, I hit everything. Where is everybody? I don't. We're a small group to begin with, and this is probably not super interesting for a lot of people. And I'm not making it much more interesting because I'm not really even saying anything. But I gotta step away for just a second, so I'm gonna give y'all this trailer. I'm gonna use the facilities, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, welcome back. Thanks as always to Mr. Ernesto Schnack for the tunes. That was Saga. I forgot to put it on screen, but you can check him out. YouTube at Ernesto Schnack. Fantastic guitarist. I love him to death. Check him out Sundays at 3, 2 or 3 or 4, 3 p.m. Eastern time every Sunday. Streaming live for 2 hours. Anyways, let's finish this up so we can all go to bed. As soon as I get some music in my headphones. There's no snare in my headphones. There's a freaking ad in my headphones.
I work for Dracula.
There's 2 ads in my headphones.
Renfield.
What we got going on? Clark, Mr. Faction. Another one everybody loves. Heard nothing but good things about Clark and Factions, the brand itself. Little pricey. They're more of like a Corvette, more of a sports car kind of skate. Not quite a Ferrari. Those would probably be the adapts, I guess. But I'd take a pair. I hear he's handing them out to everybody. That's why I'm doing YouTube now, because I'm trying to get them Factions. Oh yeah, we got Mod Benny back. Corvette. Is that what that is? Is that what is? I was talking about the Faction Skate Company. Talking about Clark. I said is the Faction skates are a little pricey. I kind of compare them to like a Corvette. They're, you know, they're worth the money. I'm not saying they're not worth the money. They're not quite Ferrari level either. There's more expensive skates out there. Factions are carbon fiber, so yeah. Just don't get Solomons. We love to hate on Solomon. If you don't know that history, I guess Salomon is still a company. They just don't make skates anymore. They used to make skates. They were some of the best skates, and then they just kind of went dark on inline, and no one's really very happy about it. There's teasers every so often that people think they're gonna come back to inline, but they never do. So if you feel like if you can still buy Solomons, but you're buying them from eBay, from some third party seller, like they're on the resale market. So you're not putting money into anyone's pocket that's doing anything for the industry, you know? So we just try to avoid Solomons. But they still make ski boots and shoes, and they're still a big company. As far as I'm aware. And then I guess Razors is another story. Razors is notorious for kind of... No, not Razors, I'm sorry. Oh, Razors too. A lot of people, a lot of companies have a bad rap for how they treat their pro teams. Everything from threatening their teams physically to, like just treating them shitty and not giving them the pro skates that they deserve and not giving them the contracts that they deserve. So with people like Lawrence and like Clark, when we find the good eggs like them, we make sure everybody knows where to get their stuff from. If you can afford them, you want factions, and you want 50/50 frames and 50/50 wheels and compass bearings. Those are the people you want to support. My opinion. Those companies are also really big with the online community too, which I think is really cool. Clark himself is in our skate park Discord. Lawrence is not. He kind of has his own thing going on. It's just cool that people, that own brands, that are making probably, six figures and stuff or whatever. I don't know. They're probably not, but just the fact that the owner of a big skate company is willing to join a little 100-person Discord server says a lot to me. I think that's cool as shit. I love when they comment on your videos. You'll see Clark and Ben's chat, on the live stream, just chatting away with everybody else like you guys are right now. I think that's super cool. What are we gonna put back here? We need something in this back corner. Maybe that's where it's about palm trees. We want, of course, with a name like Jasmine, I think of flowers. That's probably sexist or something. What's up, Ben? Thanks, man. I don't know if you were here, but this is never to be called a C ledge. This is not a C ledge, guys. Okay, this is a J ledge. Okay, it's a J for Jasmine. Okay, if you think about it, C ledges don't even look like C's anyways. Okay, a C is more like a sideways U. You know. What what other elements would you like to see on it? So I'm gonna add some coping to it. I was asking earlier, people think they want to do a make Ben a mod. No, I'm not doing that. I've seen what he does when I give him mod, or when other people give him mod. But yeah, the coping, we want to do a flat bar on this one. Everything's round, cause we're rollerbladers. We love our round bars, our round coping. But just to be different, do we want to put a? Cause this is the skate park, you know, like it's for everybody. We got to think about the skateboarders too. They would rather this be flat, I bet. The safety edges. I'm assuming you're talking about the coping. Yeah, Vinny, I looked. I looked for like inspiration or like building plans to see how it might be constructed. I couldn't find one either. So this might be a first of a kind. And I don't think that you would build it like this in real life, but I do think it would work. It would just be a lot of cutting these 2x4s. And I think over time, someone would probably jab their foot through this eventually. I don't know that it's enough. Anyways, this is virtual. Who gives a shit? For the street cred, I like that. I like that. Yeah, we'll put a flat bar on this one. Round. Okay, she says round. But we'll do some flat bars. Because we got the spook rail, which put it back on screen. The spook rail is round. We also have to figure out how the heck we're gonna get up here. Do we want to like a crazy kicker? Like a launch to 50-foot grind? That'd be really insane. I thought about putting another stack of pallets here with like a little skinny piece of skate light on top, just to add a little more sketch factor, and then go from there. Neat ideas. I'm kind of stuck on this. I mean, I know what I would do, but I don't want to just take full reign and start building stuff. I want to keep y'all involved. There we go. I think we about got it. Actually, the fact that you said round actually makes my job easier. Thank you for that. doing your tag? I bet I'm the same way. I've done mine like April 14th. I always procrastinate. But I kind of like it too because everyone usually rushes to it and they get that refund or whatever like in February and then they spend it and then I'm getting my refund in like May and I have money and they're all pissed at me. So it's got its benefits actually. Sharks in the pool. That's interesting. Hmm. Could we do with sharks? That's getting animals and stuff. I'm worried about trying to model an animal. I don't know. We don't see sharks enough, so it could be kind of wonky and you'd still not see it. Because how often do you look at sharks? There was a popular study on crabs. People like to do animations of crabs because most people, you don't really know how a crab moves. You know it walks sideways or something, but so you can do a lot of stuff with the animation and it not be exact and perfect and totally mimic a real crab, and nobody will ever notice it because you just don't know what crabs look like. I thought that was pretty interesting, but you watch enough humans walk around and stuff that if you see a human that's not walking right, you immediately notice it. Or if their face is disproportionate, you immediately notice that kind of stuff. Makes it really hard to do a 3D human and it not look like Pixar or shit like that. What animal am I shaping this thing in? SSJ was talking about putting sharks in the pool. Hell yeah, Dustin. Lucky night. I was just saying I'm a little worried to do animals because they're hard. I'm not remembering what I'm doing. Yeah, I think he said he was playing some poker. Oh, you're playing poker on PlayStation. Did not know that was a thing. There we go. Vinny, oh yeah, I got you. Look in pics. And we got Doug doing crazy shit. Huh. That reminds me of something else. I wanted to do with the Terrorizes box was on the wood parks you always see that metal on the bottom protecting the edge of the wood. I was just debating if I want to do that like with the texturing or if I want to actually put an object on top of this. Cuz I could fake it, but I don't know if it's going to look bumpy enough. I can make it look somewhat bumpy in the texture and kind of fake it all, but I don't know if it'll be enough. And it'll also be really tedious. So I'll have to go around and like do each one of these are going to be a little different and I'll have to finagle everything, but it needs to happen. It won't look right without it. The easier method, I think the easier method would probably be just making a really thin object and like making it for real. But it's gonna be so thin that, I mean, already when you zoom out, you already see how things bleed through. Which it doesn't do that in the rendered view, but I'm afraid, 'cause I know it thin doesn't always work in these. At least it didn't in SketchUp. I couldn't make a piece of plywood actually this thin as it's supposed to be in SketchUp. It didn't like it at all. But I think that's gonna do it for right now, anyways. Said Jasmine, said if you got any sort of, you see all the different faces you have to work with. Any of these flat spots you want to put something, and I'll put a front on it here too. That's just gonna be a little more time consuming, so I'm gonna do that probably before I go to bed, but I'm not gonna do it on stream. But I'll cover this rest of this up. Anywhere you want to put anything, you can put it. I like to put something bigger, another object, like an actual thing or something back here in the back. Something needs to take up that space. But without being dangerous, now that I think about it, maybe we shouldn't. Because if you grind this and you come off, you don't want a tree or something back here that you're going to smash into. I don't know. Food for thought. Yeah, I was thinking like a sculpture would be cool, but that would also be probably unrealistic. I said, because you wouldn't want something back there that you could potentially run into. But yeah, to cover it, I said any sort of artwork, any favorite colors, favorite things, anything that kind of says you that I can put on it. If somebody can do like, I want some graffiti somewhere. I need to find somebody who can kind of draw graffiti. And we can have a mural somewhere or something along those lines, because you always see graffiti at the skate parks. But I want it to be tasteful. I don't want to just slather the whole place in graffiti. Bright colors. Okay. Well, we can be in touch in the art channel or what have you. We'll figure out. Geometric shapes. That's good for me. I can do fun stuff very easily, like weird, kind of abstract kind of stuff fairly easily. Boom, done. A jasmine flower pick on the square, on like the end here, or in the back corner. What else? Wow. Got everybody spamming, posting the stream. I was looking on Discord. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing anymore. I was looking through Discord and I just saw like the stream got shared like 4 times. Mondarian. Not. I need to look this up. Not even familiar with that word. Okay, I got you. Squares. More square stuff. That's trippy. So we got bricks. I wonder if I could finagle this. That would give us squares. And then can I stretch some of the squares? Now I might have to just make it for real. Or if you got a image file that you know I could use, like a copyright free one of those that I could just throw on here, that would make it easier. But I can put any picture, so I can just pick any file from my computer and I can draw it right on there. And that's a picture of that vending machine we were looking at earlier. Literally any picture file, they're all getting stretched out. But anyways, yeah, I googled it and I got a bunch of different examples here. I guess I can download one just for now. It's not like I'm putting this out for sale or anything. I can't find my folder. What you got for me, Benny? Yep. It did the same. Why is it doing that? I don't want to save a web file. I want to save a JPEG. Pissing me off. There we go. Something along those lines. Right? Is that what we're looking for? Something like that. But obviously the whole thing. I can. Oh, I did the rail. I didn't need to do that. It actually looks sick. I like it. No, I don't like how it's painted on the inside. I'll have to look into that. That shit. No one would take the time to paint it on the inside. I might just leave. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that like that for now. Leave the wood around it. I dig it. The J Ledge. Another addition. I'll get it cleaned up and start playing with some secret sauce. Make it a little more interesting and cooler, I hope. And then I think we're gonna do the vending machine next. And the lander will be up. Find my document. So I gotta figure out the mini ramp. We want to go 5 foot next section, or keep it 4 foot. I don't know. Well, that's still that's an expensive ledge. Did I get the chat? Sorry, my chat's not working. But it is working. What happened here? I clicked something. And it stopped. There we go. Put the jasmine flower on the corner when possible. I missed it. Let's see. Jasmine. I have to get it licensed. Worth a few million, I wish. That's crazy that it's worth that much. Crazy how art works. I need that. I need that. Bear with me. I'm getting stuff. We're getting it together here. Yes, sir. Hopefully this just works. Yeah, I was afraid of that. It's all zoomed in. Nope. Object. Not quite. We're just playing anyways. Yeah. We lost the jams. That means it's time to go to bed. There we go. Top corner, like back here in the back, yeah. You're making me work, Terrorize. I mean, I could, but that's one object, so I'd have to make a special texture that's half art, half the other thing, which is totally doable. It's just making me work harder. And we got to do one more because I'm sure her entire life. Come on. Oh, come on. I got to do all the work again. What is my. Let's see. Any. Sorry, I got to get caught up on chat here with you guys. Trying to do this real quick, too. I want to have the laugh. There we go. Good enough. That's one of the things Ben does. He doesn't want to be a mod. It's not that it's. I mean, during events it could be a pain. Some not. Some streams are worse than others. But like almost everybody is a mod in our community. It's just kind of a joke, if you will. I said you go to Tree. I think the other night in Tree Stream we were all mods except for like one person. There we go. The Jasmine Ledge. But yeah, like when he said Bitter Cold was rowdy. We had people trying to steal our stream and steal our viewers, and we had people making racist comments. Uh, we had a drunk pro in the chat. It was all kind of crazy shit going on. Sex bots spamming the chat. You name it. Well, this Aladdin joke here and the flower just kind of jokes. That's not how it's gonna live, and I'm gonna keep the theme, the art theme, and give it, touch it up a little bit here, and I will close off this front. I'll do all that off stream, but I think that's gonna be a good place to get us started on that. I think I'm gonna call it a night, get something to eat. This was all nearly a month ago. Bitter Cold Showdown. It was just there was like 1,000 people all in one chat. When you get that many people together, one place. They're bound to be some a-holes out there. It was worse with Winter Clash because they didn't have any moderators. Yeah, so that's all I ever expected was only a handful of people. I mean, I'm not trying to become popular. I knew it would only be just a handful, and that's all I needed. I just need a couple of homies to keep pushing me and say, "Hey man, that's looking good," or "Hey man, that's looking like shit," or I don't know, somebody to talk to. That's what we do. I said tree stream usually the same thing. It might peak at like 10 viewers, but most of the time it's usually only like 5 of us. Yeah, the locals. That's a good way to put it. The usuals, the locals, yeah. We bounce from stream to stream and keep everybody company. I said the tree's a lot like me. I think he's single. He's just kind of a loner kind of person. So it's kind of fun sometimes just to get on here and talk to people. Feel like you got a friend. Oh. But anyways, I'm just rambling. I'm high as shit, and I need to go to bed. Maggie's gonna come say hey. Oh, she's going on to bed too. Like Cheers. I haven't seen that show in forever. I haven't watched a whole lot of it either. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Appreciate you hanging out with me, helping me expand this place. We got another one. We got a cool one. I like the artsy feel. It's gonna stand out. A lot of contrast compared to what we already have. So it'll be interesting. It'll make it bright and different. But I'll keep y'all updated on whatever I got going on. Any kind of fun stuff I think that you would be interested in, I'll put it in the art channel. And I don't know when the next one will be, but I'll keep you up to date. And I hope to see y'all soon. So thank you, Vinny. Thank you, Jasmine, Terrorize, Lander, all the homies, anybody that's still lurking, Ben, kinda. Love you guys. Y'all be good. See ya.